TMTU.
TMTU.
Hey, what's good, everybody? So good to see y'all again.
What's up, everybody?
The Marriage Tune-Up back in the building, in your face. Hey, before we go any further, hey, we want to make sure that we like this, subscribe to this. Yeah, the YouTube channel is what, babe? The Marriage Tune hyphen up. And even more so, hey, if you got a Roku TV, guess what? We're on urbansoultv.com. So come check us out on there. We rocking. And guess what? We're trying to fine tune marriages one marriage at a time. Right?
One discussion at a time.
One marriage and one discussion at a time.
Yes.
So believe that. So look, let's get ready. We're going to rock. Let's go. All right, y'all. Hey.
We
back?
We're back.
We're back.
Okay, so we already did all the housekeeping and everything, right? Okay.
I did it early. I should have done it now. But
right. I saw you. But I just let you flow.
I was anxious.
Yeah, that's you know, you happy to be back and everything for April. We were you've been gone for a minute, huh? We were here in February. And then March, we took a little time off for March. You took a little time off for March because we did the ladies did it. The ladies, it was women's, but I don't know what April is. I don't know what April. But shout out to all the women out there for March. Shout out to the women that helped us out: Nisha Elliott, Pam Bass, Terry Ford. Thank you guys for coming on here, blessing us as we talked about women and sex. So we talked about that.
I enjoyed that. So now we're about to chop it up a little bit more, and it's always good to have the main team back.
The main team?
Yeah, the main team.
Okay.
Doing what to do. So what, babe? Forgiveness and grace?
Well, we're talking about forgiveness and grace.
In marriage.
I was thinking, you know what can we talk about? And I was just thinking about, based on what we have recently gone through or whatever, I just like, let's just get on here and just really talk, just have a discussion about kind of like share with our listeners kind of some things that that we went through recently. And TMTU Nation. And so let them just kind of come on in and just have a little peek as to what was going on in the Cooper household,
because it may help somebody.
That's what I thought about,
to turn the corner.
Across the Jordan.
Are you turning the corner in your marriage? Are you crossing the Jordan in your marriage? So I thought we would go ahead and just share, open up a little bit, give you a little peek into what's going on. Well, we're always transparent, so that's a big thing right there. So okay, come on, where we starting at?
So you remember at the beginning of the year we talked about commitment, our word being commitment, and we on our cross of commitment.
Remember, y'all did y'all cross.
We did. Our vision, it was our commitment board, not our vision board, but our commitment board. And on our commitment board, we said that we would have some tough talks.
Tough Talk Tuesday.
We said we have Tough Talk Tuesday, but so we decided that I decided let's have a tough talk, on TMTU. And let's talk about forgiveness and grace. Giving grace and forgiving our spouses. And so for big things, little things, sometimes we, for everything, sometimes we think that we have forgiven our spouses for things. I'm finding that
and you're not. And the block is still hot.
You really haven't forgiven. But here's the thing, though, or you may have forgiven, you just haven't healed completely. That's still, you can forgive a person, but it doesn't mean that I'm completely healed.
I received that.
You know what I mean? So I thought we would go ahead and talk about that. So, as we always do, let's define it. Let's define what forgiveness is first. Well, what does it mean to forgive? So let's start off by doing that. And what does it mean to forgive? First of all, forgiving is a verb, which means it's an action. It's a verb. Take some action. It's an action. And it says to stop feeling angry or resentful towards someone for an offense, flaw, or a mistake.
Stop feeling.
To stop feeling angry or resentful. So what do you think about that, babe?
There's a lot of resentful cats out there.
A
lot of angry women out there
in marriage.
That's what I'm saying. Anytime we talking about marriage. Again, it's a lot of angry cats out there. It's a lot of resentful women out there. And something's got to be done, because if nothing's done, it's only going to get worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's only going to get worse. So I mean, you can't be mad at the definition.
Yeah. It says here, forgiveness means different things to different people.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It does. But in general, it involves an intentional decision to let go of resentment and anger.
Yeah.
So that word intentional, you have to be intentional about forgiving. I'm going to forgive you. I'm going to say to myself, I'm going to forgive you for whatever it is.
Right.
I have to be intentional to say that, okay, yeah, I'm not going to bring that up anymore. That happened. He did that or whatever, but I'm not going to bring it up anymore.
But see, that's why I say it's the same for every person.
Mm-hmm.
I think every person makes it into something that they want.
What do you mean?
Thinking that they've forgiven but it says you have to let go of anger and resentment. Well, that is what forgiveness is, period.
Right.
Point blank.
Right.
And either you have or you have not. But I think a lot of times with us as human beings, we say that we have, but we have not.
I think there's times where you can believe that, you can truly believe that you were. Let's just take us.
Okay.
For instance, for a long time, I felt like, I want to forgive you. I wanted to forgive you for the past discretion.
8 3/4 years.
Yeah, I wanted to forgive you for the things that took place in those times.
Right.
But I found that I did forgive you, but I just wasn't healed from it. You know what I mean? So, and I think a lot of times we get that confused with, okay, I must have not forgiven him because it still makes me mad, or it still angers me, or it's still, whatever it is, right. I'm still, I'm still upset about it. Yeah. Or triggered, by it.
But doesn't that go back to then maybe you didn't forgive? Because
okay, come on.
So you say you're healing. In healing, usually healing means rest. I'm being still. I'm getting nutrients. That's healing in my opinion. If you still fussing, fighting, arguing, and bringing up the past, then I don't think that's forgiveness. And I may be wrong. Again, this is my opinion. So
okay, let's talk about. Okay, so let me ask you this first.
Okay,
does forgiveness come easy or hard to you?
For me, it's not easy. Again, no, I'm human, man. Yeah, no, it's not easy. I think I'm trying to rock like Christ and forgive straight out the gate, but I'm not there. I'm not there. So therefore, it does take me a minute. It takes me a minute. But being conscious, if I'm calling myself a Christian, then I got to consciously make an effort to
be intentional about it.
Boom. Yeah. And that looks like humility. And a lot of us don't want to eat humble pie. I know I don't, but I have to. He did it, so I have to do it as well. But I don't think I do it as fast as Jesus does.
Right.
Or the Holy Spirit,
So let me ask that question too. No, forgiveness does not come easy for me.
Right.
And
just being honest,
yeah, it doesn't come easy for me because especially if I feel that, I could feel like you have changed, you won't do it again,
right,
or whatever. But anything, you could do anything that could trigger me, or anything that happened that could trigger me to go back to that time, and then you know what I mean. Then it's like I'm angry all over again.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
And that's a problem,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Because
why so? Talk about that.
Because I think the word says that God, He throws it into the sea of forgetfulness.
Yeah, and I'm glad you.
And I'm not saying that we're God. We're made in His image, but it's like, dude, we have to try to do the same thing. And even with the triggers. Because they come, you're right.
Right.
And you don't get to pick and choose when they come.
Right.
But we still have to fight them. And I say it a lot to us, like going to the beach or rolling through a certain city. Hey, we rolling through there to put asphalt over it, to pave over the potholes that were once there, and to take back what's ours. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So
it makes perfect sense. I just think, when you said about God, Christ throws it into the sea of forgiveness, I think that is so it is so hard to forget. I truly believe that you can forgive, but I don't think that you'll ever forget.
But here's how I liken it to. I liken it to when the offense is first done. All the stuff that I did, I totally admit, and I'll continue to say I apologize to you and I'm sorry to you until we 10 toes up. But when the offense is done, I think it's fresh and it's very hard to forget. It's like a hot cast iron skillet on your lap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just coming out of broil, and it's on your lap. But okay, and it hurts and it's painful. But over time, you wash that cast iron skillet, you put it up, it cools off, you're able to handle it.
Right.
Now. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think as time goes on, forgetting is easier because more time is lapsing, if that makes sense there. So therefore it's easier to combat. But I think fresh out the gate, nobody can blame anybody for that.
But babe, I do believe that some offenses that happen in marriages, some offenses that happen, they could change the whole dynamic of the relationship. And so to be able to say that, okay, that it could be, years gone by or whatever, and to say that I'm going to forget about that, I don't think that. I mean, it's not that I don't. Here's one thing Here's where I was coming to this whole forgiveness thing, and grace thing. That I was thinking that a lot of, how you always say, we can't live in the past, And I would say, I don't feel like I live in the past especially when it comes to forgiving.
Time jump.
But I do feel like I visit there.
There you go. I just say you time jump.
Yeah, I do feel, but wait, there's a difference. There's a difference in living someplace, living there, and then going back, or being triggered to go back. And I go visit you. I go visit Arizona every now and again, or whatever.
For what cause though? Because my thing is, if you time jump into the past and it's not benefiting our marriage, you're not bringing anything back from it that is beneficial to the marriage. Why are we still jumping back there?
Because guess what? Because even though I have forgiven, I still can't forget. And there's times where it can be something that could be a reminder of that, of that, or whatever. You could say something or whatever, or someone else might come from the past. We might be in Orange County, we might be at the beach, we might be someplace or whatever, and it might bring a feeling up in you.
Right.
So so that's what I mean. Like, you can forgive, but you don't forget.
Yeah, no,
I just don't believe that.
I totally agree with you there.
Yeah.
I think what happens here is okay. So let's say you're not forgetting, because I think if you time jump into the past, bro, I think you are living it. I think you holding dual residency.
For real
talk. I think you in both spots right there. Because here's the thing. Okay, so you're somewhere and you get triggered. Now it's about how are you going to handle it? How are we going to handle it?
Right.
I've seen you handle it very nice, where it's like, babe, I had a moment, but we worked through and we had a great dinner and we watched the sunset, stuff like that. But it's other times it's like, boom, completely shut down. Dude, what's wrong? You good? Nothing. I keep trying to pull you out of it. But you refuse to come with me. When I got my hand saying, babe, we don't have to stay there. Come on, let's move forward. I got some great things planned. God's got some great things planned, but I can't pull you or drag you. That person has to want to come. And I don't think anything good, even the worst is, dude, we don't focus on the past.
Right.
We don't. So I'm trying to live more in the word, what I'm saying? So therefore, dude, I could look back and it's going to tell me what I should not do anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I got to push forward. I got to stay focused on this big windshield in the front rather than the small rear view mirror in the back.
Right.
Makes
perfect sense. Yeah. I just feel like it's
what J4 want to say something.
Go ahead, Jay.
Jay, why you ain't got no mic, man? You want to say something, man?
I think one of the things that you're missing is that she has no control.
Oh, absolutely.
When it happens.
Hey,
now it becomes, what do you do when
right.
you stay there?
Right.
Do you move on?
Right.
Pootie. That's what I just said, man. I said, what are you gonna do with the villain? Pootie take, man. Hey, but hey, for our listeners, our tech team engineer Jay said, hey, a person doesn't have any control
and they
over going, and I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
And now it's about, so if you get pulled back there accidentally,
yes,
what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with it? And I think even then, okay, over our years, even our first 8 3/4 years, that was the wilderness, that was hell, whatever you want to call it. I would say things like, "Kay, fight it, fight through it." And you like, don't tell me to fight it again. If you tell me one more time to fight it, it's like, bro, we have to fight it.
Right.
Even with myself, I had to fight, my thoughts and what I want to do versus what I should do.
Right.
Right. So, yeah.
All right.
But that was good, J4.
That was good, J4. Yeah. So, okay, let's go on in. What is forgiveness in marriage? Let's go even deeper.
Okay.
Forgiveness in married life allows you to step out of the role of a victim, and shows you that you are capable of acknowledging your hurt and move on from it. Kind of like what you just said. Forgiveness in marriage is a skill that helps couples to process negative emotions and acts in order to build a stronger bond.
Yeah.
I think that's good. I think that's what repeat. Forgiveness in marriage is a skill that helps couples to process negative emotions and acts in order to build a stronger bond. So that's what, man, I think that's good. Go ahead.
Hey, real talk right there. If we have to circle, underline, highlight, bolden, that word skill. So I liken it to liken it to the muscle.
Yeah.
Okay, dude, are you working out that muscle? Are you honing that skill? Are you sharpening that skill? If you just stand right there and you don't care and you're gonna make the person, suffer because they made you suffer, then you're not honing that skill. But if you are practicing that skill, and guess what, it's gonna hurt. It's going to be hard. Dude, it's going to be painful. It's going to get better.
Let's go deeper. Let's go deeper and be transparent with our listeners. So just recently, Aaron and I had like a come to Jesus meeting and like a serious come to Jesus meeting.
Epiphany.
And super. So for me, for me,
I like it.
And what I realized is that I can say that I definitely forgave you, but I did not have the skill set to process,
execute
process the negative thoughts.
Right.
And it definitely didn't bring us stronger in our bond, because I felt like no matter what I do, it's never going to compare to what you did.
Right.
It's never going to be on that level of to what you did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, to me in our marriage. So I feel like I can forgive, but I didn't forget. But so it makes me really feel like, did I really forgive?
Boom.
Because
thank you for that. Thank you.
Because you know what I mean? So it had me questioning that. And so, but I came to the realization that, and the word says that in order for me to be forgiven of my sins, I definitely have to forgive you.
Yeah. Man,
and the person,
who was that for?
The person closest to me, I have to forgive my spouse.
Yeah.
And the word also says, and we'll get to that in this today, is that in the session today is that it doesn't keep any in marriage and the love,
records of wrong.
We should not keep any records of wrong. And I found myself, because look, no matter what I do, it ain't gonna be as egregious as what you did.
And so, let me tap in right there.
Go ahead.
Because
go ahead.
And here's the thing. I'm not negating that. I think you're right, because there's nothing that can take the place of what I did. And again, in front of our audience and everything, I apologize for the 8 3/4 years. But what I would say we have to be careful of, because when you get in that mindset of, well, I could do and say whatever I want.
Right.
It's dangerous, because now you don't realize that you were the victim, and you slowly but surely turn into the culprit, the predator, the perpetrator.
Yeah.
The robber, the killer, the murderer. You don't realize that, dude. And a lot of dudes won't mention things like this, like, okay, we always talk about the 3 A's: adultery, abandonment, or abuse. Well, if you go up under the abuse, that's an umbrella. Okay. There's emotional abuse under there.
Right.
There's physical abuse under there.
Right.
Those type of things. And
mental abuse.
Yeah. And I think a lot of cats don't realize that emotionally we're abusing each other. Okay, it might not be physical anymore. It might not be but the emotional abuse tends to just linger.
Yes, definitely.
Like a bad odor or something like that.
Definitely. And I feel like with us it's been 10 years.
Yeah.
2023. So yeah, it's been almost 10 years since that incident. Mm-hmm. And so I
lingered.
And I feel like and I can definitely see what you're saying about slowly becoming okay, I was the victim and now I'm like, shoot, I stayed.
Yeah.
I'm
here. I'm so glad you are.
I stayed. But at the same time,
because of it.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm like, well, you know what, dude? I don't
You're here, but are you really here?
When they stay, when they ain't really there,
real talk.
They get real mean.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's real talk.
But I'm just saying, so I have to apologize to you too, because and it wasn't until a couple of weeks ago that I was like, dude, that I really stopped and thought about that. Like, this is truly. I had to have a little talk with myself and, feel like this is truly, and God, definitely. Yeah. And really, he really revealed to me that, Kay, this is what you've been doing for 10 years.
Yeah, because
you have been silently punishing Aaron.
Yeah.
You have been, you have been silently punishing. You still be, do your thing, you be a good wife or whatever, but whenever Aaron didn't do anything or did something that you didn't want or whatever, you always had that blanket. You always had that, well, shoot, okay, but I could always had that trump card, no pun intended, but I always had that big joker.
And that's the thing. And we train a lot. We do a lot of sessions. We counsel a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And in there, we always talk about respect is the ultimate form of love for men.
Right.
And it's like when you're right, whenever you felt like, you didn't agree with me or whatever, it would go to disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not love. Right. For a man. Well, at least I can't speak for every man, but not for me.
Right.
And I've noticed that, hey, family, y'all, we all need to be careful of this, because be careful of what you despise, because you find yourself turning into that.
Right.
So we got that humble pie again. And big ups to you, man. I thank you for eating some humble pie, because I think that's really what a married couple needs to see from each other.
Yeah.
And that was my turn to hug you and hold you. Not, you're gonna pay for this now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now the tables turn. Nah, dude, when are we going to turn the corner?
Right.
Yeah. And
across the Jordan, 23.
Across the Jordan. Real talk. Okay. Real talk.
So this is something else that says, mm-hmm. Forgiveness, and we kind of just touched on a little bit, but forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. Rather, forgiveness means letting go of the pain.
Come on, man.
The incident is causing us.
Yeah.
It's letting go. But here I got a question. I got a question for you, babe. Mm-hmm. And for the listeners out there. If forgiveness is not forgetting, then how do you let go?
I think what you do is you allow God to use, because he's in charge of everything, to use time. And you've often said, hey, the best way to tell that that you are running the right way is to do 180. Mm-hmm. It's what did you call it? A different behavior.
Mm-hmm.
The
best apology.
Yeah.
The best apology is change behavior.
It's change behavior. Mm-hmm. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody needs that. Dude, my behavior changed
completely.
And I'm like, bro, I can't go back there. I'm not going back there. Now it will peek its ugly hair out every once in a while. The anger, what? That type thing.
Right.
But it's like, bro, I'm trying slowly but surely. I'm not perfect. But I'm trying to reel that in, because I know that's the flesh in me, and it's not Christ. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I think time, and you seeing, not Aaron don't act like that no more.
Right.
No, Aaron doesn't do that anymore.
Right.
No, Aaron's trying to love on me the best he knows how.
Mm-hmm.
According to the Bible.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That type thing. And then from there, it's about, dude, okay, are you going to receive it or not?
Right.
Because I think if you stay in that place of pain and not letting go, dude, you are slowly but surely torturing your own self.
But let me ask you this, babe. So
how
it's kind of like what our engineer J4 said. So what about when you can't help that? You know what I mean? I felt like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I felt like for a long time that I could not. It was kind of like my safety. It was that's crazy. Huh?
No. I
but
get it.
It's kind of like my safety and like don't
safety net.
It's a safety net. Like don't ever don't forget because
I received that, man.
If you do it once, if you did it to me once, that means you're capable of doing it again. So I can't completely let go, or I can't completely forget, because dude, I would be crazy if I completely forget and let go.
Right.
And then next thing you do it again, it's crazy.
Hey, I think
you feel me?
In the prophet, in the name of the prophet J. Cole, he said, "Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times, let the chopper rain." so look, I get it. But I want to, if we're looking at our situation, okay, like you said, you didn't let it go for 10 years. Mm-hmm. What did it do to our marriage for 10 years? It held us captive. I mean, we still, don't get me wrong. God still blessed. But it did hold us captive. It did. I think we could be so much further along emotionally together.
Yes.
If we had just said, dude, okay, we turn in this corner, let's go. Yeah. And let's not look back, because I think we kept looking back or having to go back, and half our arm turned to salt, or our foot turned to salt. Yeah. And it's like, bro, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Whereas that's all I'm saying. So it's like, for anybody out there, dude, if you both on the same page that you staying in the marriage, whatever egregious issue happened, because you said, dude, I think you have free will. You said, well, you can't. I think you can turn the corner. You can change it. You have the free will to cut that safety net. But the problem is, we as human beings say, dude, she might do it again. He might do it again. Yeah. Oh no, I ain't going for that, dude. But I'm like, I look at Christ.
I think you're telling the truth.
Well, I know cut the net, though.
I know you're telling the truth because of the fact that I did just cut the net.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I had the capability to do it because I just did it. So therefore, when it's 10 years,
there's millions of cats out there that ain't cutting the net.
Right now to say, okay.
I love you.
Okay. But I do have the capability of doing it because I did. Yeah. Now, but I struggle with that for 10 years.
I get it.
Being able to come on. Our engineer has something else to say. You should have your mic on though. But go ahead.
Yeah. One of the things that you're also saying is that you cut the net, you keep the net because the behaviors are still there possible. You can see the behaviors. Mm-hmm. So he has to change behaviors in order for you to be able to feel safe.
Absolutely.
Right.
Hey, J4 said there has to be changed behavior on the perpetrator's part
in order to feel
so
safe,
that the victim can again feel safe. And I totally agree with that. I totally agree. But even after the net is cut, the perpetrator has showed changed behavior. You still got to do your part.
Right.
You have to do your part, or it doesn't connect. The circle doesn't go into to the circle peg, and so it's like, dude, I think that's what God's talking about, dude. It takes 2 of us to really push the marriage, project it, propel it forward. Yes. And I can't go without you. Yeah. And you can't go without me. We have to decide as a team, are we crossing the Jordan or not? Because don't let us get in the middle of the Jordan and you stop.
Wouldn't they put the stepping stones in the middle of the Jordan to remember?
Yeah, they did. They did,
didn't they? Okay,
yeah.
well, okay.
They kept rolling though.
Okay.
Yeah.
They did.
Okay.
That they did do. That they did do.
Yeah.
So, babe, so and answering that question. So if forgiveness is not forgetting, then how do you let go? So
and I mentioned it. I said it's going to take God and time and you truly using your free will to say, this is the way that I want to go.
And I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that the way to let go, because I'm like, we have to be very practical here on TMTU. Yeah. The only way that I can say is to let go if you have had some indiscretions in your marriage. The only way that I could truly, honestly right hand of God can say is that the way you can let go is that you have to. I know it's going to sound cliche, but the only way that I made it through was I had to. It's not even about trusting Aaron. Mm-hmm. It's about trusting God. Yeah. I have to trust God that God is not going to let me. God is not going to allow me to go through that pain, that same pain again that I went through 10 years ago or whatever. I believe that God is not going to use. I think I'm going to go through some other things or whatever. He's going to allow me, but I don't think he's going to use that same path for me to go down to learn how to forgive or to learn whatever it is I needed to learn from the situation. Right. So I feel like in order to be able to let go of anything, anything that you need to let go of, the only way that you could do that is if you let go and you let God show you.
Yeah, that's real talk.
And really rely on God to be able to show you how to do it.
And I think,
every step.
And here's the thing, I don't think it's cliche, but I'm sure at least one person out there will. Mm-hmm. But it's like real talk though. God is saying, dude, okay, you worried about this, you concerned about this, but you won't trust me enough.
Right. You really have to trust God
to let go. And that's true. But isn't that with everything with God? It's like, bruh, if you let go and stop being scared, you'll see that I've got you. Mm-hmm. I can't go to work because you keep holding on.
Exactly.
So I need you to let go so I can do what I need to do, which is heal you from my way of doing it rather than the way you want to do it, which is, dude, your way is taking longer. My way, you're going to get there. But I still believe God was in it because all things work together for the good.
Exactly.
You know? It's real talk.
Okay, the Bible teaches us that unselfish love is the basis for true forgiveness, since it keeps no record of wrongs. 1 Corinthians 13:5 says that. Forgiving others means letting go of resentment and giving up any claim to be compensated for the hurt or loss we have suffered. Again, I go back and say, I felt like for 10 years, I felt like there was nothing. I felt like although you were trying to compensate me for the hurt, I felt like that should have never ran out.
Right.
I felt like you should have always try to compensate me, give me my way, do whatever it is or whatever, because of the fact that, hey, dude, I stayed after some real
but let me
sugar honey iced tea.
Yeah, absolutely. But let me add to that one.
Which is not right.
No, but here's the thing though. One, I'm glad you say. Now let me clear up something as well. Hey, you found out in 2013.
Right.
It wasn't happening in 2013.
Right.
It had already been done. I had already turned the corner.
Yes.
And was treating you the way Christ would treat the church.
Right.
So I don't, again, so I was before you even knew. But you came to me, you said, babe, yo, is this, that, and the third happening? I said, Kay, yo, look, we're in a good place. Our marriage is straight. I can't lie to you anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what I said. But if that was then, this is now I'm a new creature. So if you ask me, I'm not going to lie to you. So I think we should just keep pushing. But, most women, right? No, tell me what's up.
I did not do all that.
You weren't clapping? You weren't clapping?
And I wasn't doing all that.
You weren't doing that?
No.
So, but here's the thing though. I want you to know, babe, I don't need to swear on nothing. I know my actions prove that, I wasn't trying to compensate for anything. What I was trying to do is treat you like you should have always been treated from the giddy up. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Even right now, dude, I'm not doing anything out of, what do you call it? Remorse or because I'm all sullen and melancholy. No, I'm doing it because I love God more. I love you more. And I want to see you smile. That's it. I'm not doing it for no booty. Well, I'm doing it because honestly, it's the right thing to do.
Right.
So I think we'd have a lower statistic of divorces if we did that, if we turn the corner.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. I agree wholeheartedly. But I like that. Forgiving others means letting go of resentment.
Man.
I had a lot of resentment. And
now because you're resenting me, and I'm like, dude, I'm not even doing anything anymore. Now I start resenting you. And see how the devil, dude, he's so crafty. He'll slick get in there, and well, you know, now we arguing about something that we don't even know what the argument was about. What we arguing? Stupidity, man. So I feel you on that. Got to let go of the anger and the resentment.
I will say this too, just dropped in my spirit. When there has been a infidelity, let's just say what it is. When there has been infidelity in a marriage, the person who has committed the infidelity against the spouse or whatever, the betrayal against the spouse, because that's what it is. It's a betrayal. And broken that covenant. I feel like it's on that person who the betrayer to never even show signs. You can't say anything, you can't do anything, you can't think anything, you can't you know what I mean?
I feel
anything that's could make me go nothing.
Hey, and
nothing like that.
You cannot,
you know what I mean? Like,
I receive that.
You see what I'm saying?
But here's the thing though. Because of humility, I should be that way. Hence why for me and Kay, Kay has every password. Find, you know how we on the phone, you can put the find my location, all that. Because I don't do those things out of guilt. I do those things because no, I want to make you feel I should be putting deposits into your trust bank, into your confidence bank, into your self-esteem bank. When infidelity and stuff like that happened, bro, it depleted everything. It went negative. It went in a negative. So now it's my job. I got to start building that back up. So that means, hey, babe, I am calling in. Yo, babe, I'm just checking in. How you doing? Things like that. Because when I do want to check in with you every day.
Right.
It's not out of guilt. It's because I think that's the way a marriage should operate from the get-go. Not, dude, you don't need to know where I'm at. Dude, you don't need my passwords. You know, however it works for your marriage. But for our marriage, I want my wife to feel safe and secure. Emotionally. Boom.
And you know, here's the thing. And I for the
I might be a sucker for that. I don't know. But I'll be a sucker for you. Those are mine.
But I feel like that for women too, and we get away from that. Men need to feel emotionally safe too with their wives.
We do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think like again with our situation, I think because I was so still holding on, not letting go of the past hurt or or whatever or the resentment. I think that. Again, like we live, God bless. We still, we had some good times.
Hey, you can't tell me there's not a God.
We had some really good times, but I feel like it was always like lingering.
Yeah,
it was always lingering back there. You know what I mean?
And there was no need to. And hence, babe, while I was always saying, "Yo, I got you. Yo, don't worry. Yo, you good.
Yeah.
Yo, we good. Yo, we ain't going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere." Even in arguments, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, yo, if there's many times where you would get mad and then, you want to say things off the neck. And I'm like, hey, so we would calm down after a while, you know what I'm saying? And I say, yo, Kay, be careful. You are deliberately trying to undermine our marriage now. You know what I'm saying? Just from little gut shots here. You know what I'm saying? No man want to hear about another man, y'all. Ladies, that's for free. No man want to hear about another man. Hey, we don't need to hear about how, you was at the grocery store and these dudes trying to pick up on you. No man want to hear that. Bro, if you got this ring on and you on point, then you handled it. You showed them the ring like this, like, that, that type thing. And you kept it moving. You gave him the look.
Did you say, that was...
Yeah, you gave him the look. Like, hey, don't disrespect me. Don't disrespect me. Come on, brother.
Yeah.
Come. Here's a 6-pack. Come to church. That type thing. But those type things. But and I tell them, thank you and all that. Bro, no man want to hear that. Don't even come at us like that.
You almost cussed right there.
Bro, real talk. Dude, that's undermining our confidence and trust.
Right.
And that's just the devil getting in there. So we all have to be careful with that.
And for years, I would do that because, again, I felt like there's nothing that I could do that could compare because I was keeping a track of the wrongs, keeping a record of the wrongs.
Yeah.
So it's never going to compare to what you did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
And got the whoopings for it. Please believe it.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay.
Man, God is not going to let you get away with sinning. He's got to get at you if you hit.
So let's talk about the word where it says keeps no records of wrongs. Yeah. I find that very hard. I find that very hard in our marriage, especially when you have, because here's the thing, listeners, when you have, really, honestly, just go with me for a second. When you have infidelity in your marriage,
right.
When you have that in your marriage, it's like a death.
True that.
It's death. It's like a death. Yeah. It's never going to be the same.
Yeah.
It's never going to be the same as prior to the infidelity.
Yeah. 6 seconds of pleasure for 6 years of pain. That's what it's going to get you.
And in some cases, a lifetime.
Man, real talk.
I'm telling you, because some people don't choose to turn across the Jordan. Some people don't choose it. I'm gonna hold on to it like I'm gonna wear it like a sweater. Yeah, because like a coat.
No. Hey, babe, what's the jackets?
The straight jacket?
Yeah, I'm gonna wear it like a straight jacket. Mm-hmm. I can't even get out of it if I wanted to.
Exactly.
Man,
Exactly. So here I want to ask you guys a question.
Okay.
Do you keep records of your spouse's wrong? I'm gonna go ahead and answer that question first, and I'm gonna say yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I keep track, but you know what? I'm serious. I'm definitely. I'm going to give that over to God. I'm not going to. I gave that over to God as of March 17th. I'm not going to keep track of real records because I don't want God to keep track of my records of everything that I've done wrong. I've done like 25 things wrong today. I did 25 things. I thought some wrong things today. I did some wrong things today. So I don't want to keep. Who am I to keep record for you? You know what I mean? And God don't keep record for me.
Yeah.
So I just don't want to
plank in the law.
I can't do that. But being honest with you, I kept records of your wrongs. Like this cat right here, he got the nerve, and I actually felt like after everything he done, he's still gonna turn around and do this. Yeah. So I really felt like that, babe. Yeah. So But
I'm right there with you.
So you keep track of my wrongs?
And I have to get better at that as well. We're just being transparent here, man. For me to sit here and say, "Oh, I don't keep any records of wrong," man. Girl, please. You know what I'm saying? So I think, but I think what you just said, Kay, March 17th, hey, that's a testimony to anybody that's married any amount of time. As you continue to rock, this is gonna be our 25th year of marriage. He will still make things new.
Yes.
He will still give you breakthroughs.
Yes.
He will still help you if you want to help.
Yes.
And we wanted it. You know what I'm saying? That type thing. I know you was like, oh, Aaron's about to jet up out of here. No, I told you. I said, no, I wasn't leaving. I was going to spend the night at the hotel, man. And look, and go see somebody for the Lord in the morning, and then I was coming back.
But my tail was like, "Oh no, let me get to the house." Because
I appreciate you coming in.
My dude is about to roll. Like, hold on, you better get that together real quick. Like, no.
I appreciate.
Let's go ahead and get this straight.
Can we
talk right now? So we gonna go ahead and get this together real quick. So hey, let me ask my engineer, Jay, do you keep wrongs up for your spouse?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm asking you, do you?
What you do, Rollo?
Yes. You keep wrongs?
Hey, Jay Ford said he keeps records of wrongs.
You keep records of wrongs?
Hey, so we know yours is a yes too. Hey, y'all need to work on that.
Yeah.
Just like we working on it.
Yeah.
Hey, we all need to work on that.
We definitely keep. Yeah. Here's the next question to that. Do you throw your record of your spouse's wrongs in their face? Often.
Yeah.
How often? If you do.
Yeah.
I'm going to say prior. So everything that was prior to March 17, 2023, prior to that, I'm going to say, yeah.
Hey, I'm thankful for that day.
Yeah, I would say definitely. But you know what though? Yeah. And we be talking, we be having an argument about something else. But you know what though? Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you did. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely was definitely the queen of visiting the past.
Yeah, and then I think I'm just as guilty because then I would kind of clap back with, well, you said this to me, or you said that to me.
Yeah,
and I'm not that dude anymore, and yet you still said this, and this. I'm real quick to say, hey, why you acting 96?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I said, I can't go back to 96, but you continue to go back there. You know, so,
and you know what you would say when you would be like, but you said this to me. I'll be like, dude, are you serious right now?
Yeah.
You want to compare me saying something to you versus you doing something to me. Yeah. You really want to compare that?
And I don't think ladies, I don't think y'all know how y'all can cut coming and going.
Yeah.
With that tongue.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. It's emasculation. It's past 101 and 201 in college. It's 450.
It's PhD.
Yeah, real
it's
talk
PhD
right
level.
there, man. So
again,
I think,
because I know that hurt people. I know we know that. Yeah. But when you're hurting, and here's the thing though, when your spouse hurts you, the person that you entered into a covenant with, not just signed a contract with, but
it's a covenant
that you entered into the covenant with Christ, and your partner, and your partner breaks that covenant. Yeah. Man, that's a hurt that's a hurt that it's a death. It's definitely, and it's a mourning, it's a grieving process, and it's a lot of things in that. And then imagine a death, but they still here.
Yeah, walking zombie.
Yeah, I mean, you see, that's crazy.
Yeah,
a death, but they still here.
Yeah, hence, fellas, we cannot take the vows lightly.
Yeah,
man. I didn't even know what I was saying, and we did a show on that. Maybe
a whole series.
We'll revisit that at some point in time. But it's not a game. It's not to be played with.
Not at all.
Yeah,
not at all.
Because he's gonna get you.
For real. For real. Listen, so what time we got?
We got time for that. Yeah.
We got about
10 minutes.
We got about 10 minutes. Okay. All right. So okay. So let's talk. Here are a few steps in marriage to forgive, to show you how to forgive in marriage.
Because we've been talking about it. Forgiveness, grace, we're gonna get the grace of it.
We're gonna get the grace too. We're gonna get the grace too.
Okay, we always want to give you some steps.
Yeah. So here are a few steps to forgive in marriage, and then Aaron and I we're gonna discuss them.
Okay.
And if we don't get through all of them this time, we'll come back next week. We'll get you next week, and
2 weeks.
2 weeks. We'll come back and we'll pick up where we left off.
Yeah,
okay. Cool. Okay. So the first one is acknowledge the hurt.
Yeah.
Acknowledge the hurt. Yeah. Here's what it is. Notice that word, acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Not rehearse it. Not live in it. I feel like, just for me, for a long time, maybe for those 10 years, because like you said, the infidelity happened prior to 2013. I just found out about it in 2013. Right. And so in finding out about it in 2013, it was like it just happened. Yeah. And so I still had that long process to go through from 2013 until 2023. 10 years, mate.
No, I'm saying, because it was already like 5 years removed.
Right.
Even from 2013.
Yeah.
But you're right.
It ended in 2008.
But babe, you know what I look at? If I'm looking at these, you can look at it from the victim standpoint, but also from the perpetrator standpoint. So like you said, hey, you have to acknowledge it and say, okay, let me work through it. I have to acknowledge it to you that I hurt you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And say, yo, I see what I did was wrong. I apologize.
Yeah.
I want to make this better. I want to make this work. Will you stay so you can see a change?
Yeah.
You know, those type things. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. It goes both ways.
So do you feel like apologizing is acknowledging it?
Yeah, because if I never said anything and didn't bring it up, and because I had to say things to Kay like this, hey, whenever you want to talk about it, I'm here. That's a part of acknowledging it. And then but also I had to preface it with this. Sometimes those conversations, because we're trying to get to the healing point. And guys, if you notice, it took this long. Sometimes the conversation will be steak and cake. You know what I'm saying? It's going to go nice. Oh, wow. I'm so glad we had a conversation about this. I feel better.
Right.
Praise God. Other times it may be fire and brimstone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Raining down on Sodom and Gomorrah. Like, yo, this is bully. I'm tired of talking about this. Y'all ain't talking about no more. Yo, we good. We good. Why you trying to mess up a good thing, Kay? We got a good thing here. I'm saying all the time. We got a good thing. You know, so but all of it still is needed to get to this type of point,
right?
Where we're at right now. So
right. So
acknowledge the hurt.
Acknowledge the hurt. Definitely. Okay. Consider the hurt and pain. Consider how the hurt and pain has affected you. Consider that. Yeah. I think that, okay. So in considering that, how the hurt and the pain affected me, I think it affected me to my core. If I'm being honest, I think it affected me as it had me questioning everything about myself. It had me questioning if I loved myself to stay after knowing that, you know what I mean? It had me questioning that. It had me questioning my womanhood. It had me questioning, am I pretty enough? It had me questioning, is she better than me? It had me questioning all these things about myself. I'm being super transparent with you guys right now.
No, absolutely. And that's how we want to be, because we want to help somebody, man.
Yeah.
We ain't got time for the fluff on here. We got to rock. Yeah. Because we trying to heal a marriage, one discussion at a time. We real talking about that. But consider, now I had to consider how I hurt you and how the pain affected you. Because I liked it to like, man, yo, I overstepped boundaries to boundaries. You know what I'm saying? And I knew God was gonna get at me. I mean, he had. Hey, God will strip you of things, because he's like, yo, I gave her to you as a gift. And you didn't even open the gift. You just threw it in the street and let a couple of cars run over it, and then threw it in the closet, So you're not being a good steward. How are you treating my princess, my child? And it's like, Coop, yeah, I'm gonna get at you, bro. So I had to really evaluate that and say, yo, man, dude, how low can you go to hurt another human being to that level,
Right.
And here's the thing: if you don't feel anything, then you ain't done getting whooped yet. But if you feel conviction, if you feel remorse, if you feel like, man, I gotta shift or I'm gonna die. Then you're probably on the right track.
I think what you said too, babe, was that you said, I think that you were okay to do that, or you back when you were doing that, it was okay because you didn't love yourself.
Yeah.
So if you don't love yourself, then it's easier for you to
make excuses and do stupid things.
Right.
Real talk.
Right. So, but consider how the hurt and pain has affected you.
Yeah. Steps to forgiveness, y'all.
Step to forgiveness.
Yeah.
There's a big one for me. Accept that you cannot change the past.
Ooh-wee.
Accept that you cannot change the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of times, I really wish that's the one thing that we could change. I really do feel like that. I wish that, because again, going back to consider the hurt and the pain that it caused, it made me question everything. It made me, for a long time, I'm telling you, it wasn't until, when was Terry's 50th birthday?
Yeah.
2019, where I was at my girlfriend's birthday party, and one of the other girls came up to me and was like, I want to be your friend. I've been trying to be your friend for so long. I think, you're this, I think you're this wonderful person. I want to get to know you, at the church or whatever, but I just feel like you're just so unapproachable. She didn't use that standout, she said unapproachable. That's the word she used. I feel like, and I'm looking like, me? Unapproachable? And then I'm thinking to myself, shut up, Barry. But I'm thinking to myself, me unapproachable? I feel like I'm approachable, but no. And then my other good girlfriend was like, No. Like she was like, no,
Kobe.
you're not. And so then my other girlfriend said, well, here's why. Here's why. And it's okay. Do you want to say why? It's because I felt like, I can't let no other girls. I can't let no other girls come and be like, I want to be your friend. I'm cool with you. And then you be trying to get at my dude.
Right.
Or you know what I mean? So I can't, I'm not even going down that road no more because.
Or hey, come on. Don't just put it on them. Or you let my dude get at you.
Yeah, or my dude.
Don't just put it on them.
My dude be trying to get at you or whatever. Even thinking that. But here's my thing. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I did not think at that time in 2019, because you were a totally changed person. I didn't think that okay, Aaron's gonna get at you. But I did think that there will be women that will be trying to get at you. Right, they'll be trying to say, "Oh, they my friend. Oh, they're trying to be my friend just so they can get at my dude." I really did think that. Oh yes, he a pastor now. Oh my God, and whatever. Women, no, come on, women be trying to.
You disrespecting me and my wife.
Yeah,
get up out of here.
Yeah. So I did think that. But it wasn't in 2019 when that young lady said that to me or whatever. It made me feel like I was letting the past control. It was letting them control going forward, or even my future, because I'm not. No, I don't. And I would tell myself, I don't need no friends. I don't need no girlfriends. I don't need new girlfriends. I don't trust you. It's only so far I'm gonna let people in because I don't trust you because of what happened in the past.
Right. I received that. I think we just have to be careful with the past. It's meant to be learned from and move forward. I have this thing that I say all the time of, dude, be careful about looking back. Because if you look back, you might go back.
Right.
And if you go back, you might not come back for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? You might not come back.
Real talk.
Be careful. Next thing you know, you got a chain on your foot and ain't no coming back. So
here's a good one right here. How we looking on time, Jay?
Yeah, we got about 4 minutes.
4 minutes? Okay. This is gonna be our last one, and we're gonna wrap up, and we'll come back and finish these up in 2 weeks. Okay, so determine whether or not you will forgive. You need in the steps for forgiveness, you need to determine or not whether or not you're gonna forgive.
Yeah. You will
determine.
The will.
Yeah,
the free will.
With your free will,
that's right.
Am I going to forgive this?
Exactly.
This hurt, this pain.
And here's the thing, hey. Legally and biblically, if we're dealing with infidelity like we were, hey, you have a right to jet, but you need to make that choice. And it can't be, oh no, there's no statute of limitations, and I can make him hurt, I can make her hurt for the rest of her life. As long as she's with me, she gonna feel pain. He gonna feel. No, that is not forgiveness. That is not right, and God is he gonna get at you for that. Right. So with your free will, you have to decide, dude, am I all money in? Or am I out? And if you out, I don't think anybody can blame you. But what I found is if you stay, if you stay, God is going to say, man, you worked through something that most folks can't. And I got to bless you because I see you changing. I see y'all trying. I see y'all trying. I see y'all trying. He's got to bless. He's got to bless. According to his word, he's got to bless. So, and I think we're living testimony of that, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to do these last two real quick?
No, let's.
Okay.
Well, I mean, hey, I'm down. Come on.
Okay. Repair.
Yeah.
Repair. I think that not compensating.
That's lovely.
But really repair.
Yeah. Out of the love of the heart, just because it's the right thing to do. Dude, I need to repair this. Patch this, patch that, patch this, plug this, turn this off.
Lay asphalt over this.
Dude, lay asphalt. I need to repair my wife, period. So she knows that she is beautiful, that she is sexy, that she is smart, that God does have her.
And she is enough.
She is enough.
Yeah, because that's the thing that, I'm not even gonna get emotional about that thing on here right now.
No, it's okay.
But
I got this right here. Bam.
But yeah, it made me question, am I enough?
And I'm so sorry that I made you question that, babe.
Yeah.
Because, hey, listen to me. Look at me. Mm-hmm. Hey, you always been enough. Always.
Too much?
Never too much, never too much, never too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
and then the last one,
learn.
Learn. You have to learn from it.
Yeah.
Learn from what is it that we were supposed to learn from that?
I learned, Coop, you play with God if you want to. He will destroy you in everything you have. He will wipe your name off the face of this planet. I ain't got time for that. I want no trouble, Lord. That's learn from it. Learn from it. To the point where he's like, nah, Coop, I triple dog dare you to do something like that again.
And I learned not to live in the past. I feel like there's no. I've learned that I cannot live there. Yeah. I cannot go forward looking backwards.
That's good.
That's what I learned from that. And then the last one is forgive.
Forgive.
The steps to forgiveness. The last one is forgive.
Do it.
Let it go.
Nike. Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it, man.
Yep.
Forgive.
Yep.
Forgive. Yes, you can. Yeah. I can't do it. Dude, that's
you don't know what he did. You don't know what she did.
Exactly.
You don't know what she did to me.
Hey, God, that when we say we not and he can't, we're saying that God is not big enough to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
And again, we're living proof that
he big enough.
Yes, he is. Yep.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
Hey, we good?
That's it. That's it for right now.
To you. Hey, mad love for you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe
to our channel.
Okay.
And watch us on Roku.
Yeah, Roku.
Roku.
Yeah. How you gonna mess up the sponsors?
I don't know. Sorry. It's urban soul TV.com.
Yeah, and so the marriage tune
hyphen up.
There we go.
And we'll come back. So because again, we're talking about forgiveness and grace.
Yeah.
So in marriage. So next week we'll come back and we'll talk about grace. We'll talk about forgiveness and grace together.
Love it.
Next week. All right.
Peace. God bless you. God keep you. God shine his face upon you and give you peace.
Woke up, still smiling, sun shining, feel fine, and yo, it's one person I got to thank. And no, it ain't your mama or your Uncle Hank, it's Jesus, the one that'll get you going. Keep you flowing high, you already know, and he'll lift you up, pick you up, get you up, he'll set you up in a light with less strife, that's just right, with pure love and more light. As long as you live it, but he got you, and now that you free, what's the plan for you? You better get him, let him, live him, kiss him, miss him, bug him, hug him, love him, and please stop talking this, that, and third, and just focus on God in his word, cause I'm lit, I'm free, the light I see, switch it up, I'm lit.